Hello! I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. Today on Dreams Feature Games, we're going to be playing Death Dream Band Practice. This game, from what I played so far, is really funny and also really meta, and you'll see what I mean by that in just a minute. So let's go ahead and get in. Death Dream Band Practice. So it starts out as a side-scrolling game, and you'll see what I mean soon enough, because this isn't all there is to the game. But it starts out as this side-scrolling game, which by itself, this is actually pretty cool. You've got this cool background to look at while you're running along side-scrolling, but, well, you'll see what happens next. Ooh, made it. Jack says, "Have you played this game side-scroller? It looks so good, but something about it is off, like it's unfinished. The camera is all pulled in weirdly close. There is no story." Felicity says, "Please shut up. I was out at Red School all night and I hate you. Your dumb phone game should also shut up." Jack, "Why would everyone be talking about this game? There isn't even anything to collect. The character only jumps like a foot. He doesn't even have a double jump. And the internet says the story will be paid DLC. See, this is what I mean, that it starts out playing like a little side-scroller game, and then it turns out that it's a game on a mobile phone that one of the characters is playing. Jack, if you don't stop now, when I regain my strength, I guess the feel is okay, but there is more to a game than feeling. There are assets and risk-reward and balance and creativity, a sense of satisfaction. How many times have we seen a little character move left or right? Oh my god, when is Winston getting here so we can get rehearsal over with? The Sunny Listons are playing at the Red Skull and I can't not be there. You shouldn't want to just get practice over with, Felicity. Besides, we are also playing at Red School tonight. So pull it together a bit. Let's cancel. Oop, oh darn it. Okay, he said something about playing another level of side-scroller. I didn't mean to push the button. But anyway, yeah, so this is the gameplay loop. You play the side-scroller, but then it goes back to the storyline, which is, you know, about these people, one of which is playing the side-scrolling game on their phone. So, this is where I stopped playing when I found this game, so everything after this I don't know about. Whoa, that was close. Pretty cool that location keeps changing in this game. Now, if this was all there was to the game, I would not be impressed by it, but even so, this side-scroller does have some cool things about it, like the backgrounds. But I'm glad there is a storyline to it as well. Oh, darn it. Ah, man. But that's one of the cool things about Dreams, is that you can make different kinds of levels. So you can have something like this where one game, you cycle between genres of game. This kind of reminds me of What Remains of Edith Finch. In that game, a few times the game kind of changed into something different. Like, it's mainly about this woman going around her family's old house trying to, you know, remember about what happened to her family. But then sometimes you'll play like these mini games that kind of tell the story, and it's like a completely different game, which is a lot like this. Felicity says, "You let me forget my sunglasses in the cab last night, Winston. Why aren't you hung over? Why is it so bright out here? Why am I alive? A brutal rehearsal. Now this." Brutal? You thought it was that good? I mean, you did miss some changes, and during the second run through of Pembra, you were face down on the carpet. Winston, I wish so much that you weren't. Block the sun better. Some of it is still touching me. Felicity's funny. Quiet, both of you. Just try to look cool when Henry gets here. He's got our passes for tonight. Oh, the bartender from Red Skull? He's gorge. Wait, Jack, we have to fix you. Stop, we're just friends, and besides, we want him to take us seriously. He books Mondays there. We could start slow, kiss on the fourth date, trips to Rome, South Asia, a rocky period where he has to find himself but realizes all along that he was looking for you, married 5 years from now, a kid on the way, name her Felicity. Oh man. What if it's a boy? Now, I'm ignoring you both. It's kind of a social commentary in a way because, you know, everybody's on their phones these days, and it's kind of like the world is going on while this person is playing this game on their phone. So that's why we're kind of switching between the two, and like the world stops while we play this game because we're not paying attention to it. Again, really cool background in this level. Cool music too. I mean, a game called Band Practice should have cool music. Oh darn. But yeah, this is a lot like the sequence in Edith Finch where she's playing as, I think, her brother or some other relative of hers was working in a fish cannery, and while he was monotonously cutting the heads off of fish, he started daydreaming that he was playing an RPG in his head or something, and he was the king of a fantasy land. And so you're basically playing two games at once. You're cutting off fish heads on one side of your screen, and then you're also playing this RPG on the other side. I won't spoil how that thing ends, but it's basically kind of like that, where you switch between different games within the same game. We played okay, I guess. I was happy with it. Winston too. Felicity just kept saying 4 people. 4 people. The Red Skull was packed later when the headliner played. This only infuriated Felicity more, and she stormed off. Winston and I watched the rest of the show. After saying goodbye to Henry at the bar, I took the train home and passed the time playing games on my phone. And here we go again. Level start. Oh, whoa, there's lower gravity here. Oh, darn. Oh, giant pink fish. Well, I gotta be careful. Here we go. The game's just called Side Scroller. That's funny. This is definitely a very unique take on the game, doing it this way. It's a story-driven kind of visual novel, but also a side-scroller. Oh, darn it. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is the way I go. I'm definitely a big fan of innovation and new ideas. So it's like we're underwater. So this is basically a water level. I could already tell something was terribly wrong when I saw my mother at the kitchen table. She turned, and her heartbroken expression told me everything. My grandfather had been diagnosed 8 months ago. They said he only had 2. He fought, we watched. Countless appointments turned into week-long hospital stays. He'd get better, he'd get worse. And all along, my mother supported him, carrying him when needed, fed him, saw him fall apart. He cried when she got any time to herself. The last 2 weeks had been the hardest. We were back at the hospital. This time, machines took over everything. Tubes snaked into most of his organs. My mother knew he wasn't coming home. She denied it, I could tell. She was too tired to hide anything. I had noticed the kitchen light on while walking up the drive. I guess I already knew then. I suppose I was in denial too. We didn't speak. We sat in mourning for a long while. My mother eventually went to sleep on the living room sofa. I kept vigil the rest of the night. Huh. So this game is kind of deep and emotional too. It's not just funny. I wouldn't expect anything less from Slamdonahue. Slamdonahue that made this game is the same one that made Paradise 2, and he also made Paradise 1, I found out. I should have looked that up. I did a video on Paradise 2, but I didn't realize that he wasn't making a sequel of a like game that someone else had made. It was a sequel to his own game. But anyway, yeah, Paradise 2, if you saw my video of that, Paradise 2 is a very story-driven kind of visual novel, but also, you know, horror themed. It's getting tricky. Whoa, there we go. So I guess she's playing this game at night. Not sure why she's staying up. Is she worried that her mom's gonna do something? So, I don't know. Or she just can't sleep because she's worried about her grandfather? I don't know how many weeks went by. My mother went back to work. I hardly saw her. When she was home, she slept. I lost myself in games for as long as I could. Sorry, then got back into rehearsal. Felicity and Winston were so patient with me. Felicity especially, which was a nice side to see. Everything seemed back to normal, on the surface at least. Maybe I was the only one to notice, or maybe it was me, but something had changed. It was subtle at first, but then I was sure of it. Everything seemed sharpened. The world had more texture. I tried to ignore it. I soon threw myself back into music. My grandfather's death shook everything. I tried a little harder. Coupled with this strange new view of the world, I started to think of a song to pay him tribute. I took the crosstown to rehearsal. I hummed to myself since there was no one on the bus and downloaded the newest side-scroller level. I can't believe they released this without it being finished. It seems like most games get released without being finished these days. Darn it. That's the best timing. Whew, made it to that part. Phew. Darn it. Nope. Ooh. Run! Made it. Ooh. No! Phew. Oh god, there was a... Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Darn it. Oh, darn it. I had it. Oh, phooey. Man, this part's hard. I was so close earlier, now I can't seem to do it. Oh, well that one takes forever to move. It's so slow. I guess I gotta wait till it's about where I want it to be. There, come on. We gotta make it. Oh, come on. No! Oh, darn it. Ooh. No! I'm just gonna go for it. No, it's not. Man, he made this level really hard. Dang it. I guess I have to just keep waiting until it's perfect. I have no idea what's perfect. That wasn't. Not even close. No. Yeah, I was just thinking, I wish there was a double jump. I remembered that the character said that it has no double jump earlier in the game. I wish there was a double jump. Okay, we can make it. Oh, finally! Thank goodness. The part was so hard. It came to me suddenly, like something somewhere whispered it directly in my ear. It told me to put all my grief into music, let it carry it away. Melody streamed into my mind, languid, hanging notes. The lights began to flicker. The room was boiling. I sang, but it was the melody that guided me. Something else deep down opened. All the anger and sadness swirled around me, a tornado. After taking it in, all the negative emotions and confusion, the whirlwind twisted its awful way into my lungs. I could feel it surge and tumble there until it couldn't be contained any longer. I sang. And at the peak, highest crescendo, my mother entered the room and fell dead on the floor. What? No way. That's messed up, dude. Why would she walk in and fall dead? That's just weird. Oh, I hope this one isn't as hard as the last one. This one's got flying saucers in the background. Yeah, I hope this has a happy ending. It's getting really dark, the storyline is. Oh, okay. The funeral was quick. My mother had lost touch with a lot of people when my grandfather got sick. I kept going back every Sunday before rehearsal. The grass soon grew up around the stone, and that was it. My last living relative gone, and the strongest went last. Now what? The band kept me sane. We started to get a little following. Some nice write-ups on our bedroom EP too. Felicity and Winston were so happy. They tried to hide it for me. After practice, I would lock myself away at home and play games and work on music. I couldn't bring myself to play the song from that night, even though I am still awed by its beauty. Until one quiet evening, overwhelmed and exhausted, it just sort of flowed out. The haunting melody drifted into the cool night air. It filled the room, swirling and pushing to get out. The window flew open and the song slipped away on the wind. The next morning, my neighbor... What? Okay, this is getting weird. People keep dying when she plays that song. What's up with that? Neighbor was found dead in his garden. Is it the Song of Death or something? Maybe this game is a horror game too. Whoa, I can't believe I made that. Oh man, this one's gonna be hard. Oh, no, don't make me do this again. Oh man. No, darn it. I have to do this again now. Ay, ay, ay. I sure hope there's a respawn point now. I guess I'm underwater? Or there's like snow and fish. This is weird. Oh no, it's making me do this part again. Oh, these moving platforms are hard. You can slip off of them. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Phew. Oh, man. Come on, there's not even moving platforms. I can surely get this done. Thought this game was just going to be funny, but it turned out to be pretty sad. Whoa. Good thing you don't die from falling too fast. I noticed them following me a few days after my neighbor's death. Who knows how long... Oh! The game is called Death Dream. Band practice? Weird. Who knows how long they've been watching me, even if they hadn't been particularly subtle. I thought it may all have been a coincidence, my grandfather, mother, and neighbor passing. These men convinced me otherwise. Not from anything they did, no matter how suspicious, but from what they said. Well, not even what they said, it was more what I heard. Fragments at first, photos almost, if you could hear those, but the more they followed, the more intense. Passing a pair of them, on a lonely street, I heard it in a flash. Not words, no, intentions. Motivations in little disorganized slivers. Confusing, but set out right there in front of me. They were just watching. Still, I couldn't help but be unsettled as anyone else. Three people die, and now I'm observed by some shadowy men. This isn't some awful coincidence. This is a cruel twist of fate, a biblical story, a sick test. The song from that night swirled in my heart. Oh boy. Hot air balloons this time. Oh no, that looks really hard. I can't even jump over the easy part. Ugh. Phew. Actually, it's not that bad. It looked pretty hard, but it was okay. Oh boy. Just gotta thread the needle. Oh wow. Made it. That was a lot easier than that looks. It's funny how I missed the easiest parts. Oh gosh, how am I gonna do this? That part. Oh. Oh. I'm so worried about the hard part that I'm getting the easy parts wrong. Oh, I was so close. kind of a weird way he's found a way to put a challenge into a visual novel, having you do side-scrolling parts in between. Come on, let's do this right. Seems like the easiest thing to do is get really close and jump over. Oh boy. Yep, that's the way to do it. Whew. Oh boy. I guess I have to jump over them. I can't just go past when they're... Phew. Wow. Phew. Didn't think I was gonna make that one. Made it. Our shows started to be well attended in the wrong way. Winston and Felicity were understandably nervous regardless of my reassurance. Why would it be attended in the wrong way? At least, whoever these guys are, they seemed to enjoy the show. Still, Winston and Felicity deserve some answers. I called for a band meeting the next day. Oh, come on. That was just a tiny little story part, making me do another level. How long is this game? I didn't think it was this long. I thought he had just barely started this game, because he made Paradise, and then he recently finished Paradise 2. I had no idea that he'd made another game this big already. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't even jump. Oh, thank goodness there's a respawn right by here. Oh, that is nuts. Oh, oh man. It's so easy to get killed on this part. Oh man. I'm trying to control how I fall, but it's not very easy. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Okay, I can do this. Oh my gosh, I made it. Oh, please give me a... Oh, good. Probably got a respawn point there. Can't believe how challenging he made this. Oh man, you can't even see it. It's so saturated. What? How am I supposed to do this? I can't even see the things. He made it all. He made the sky all red and saturated, but you can't see the bars. I can't see anything over there. This is nuts. Ugh. I'm just supposed to guess where they are? I think it was intentional, and that's really mean if it was. I'm sure he knows putting a red sky like this would make the bars hard to see. I'm sure he's play tested it, so just have to keep jumping. How am I supposed to do this if I can't see them? Oh my goodness. This is a good way to make players frustrated and want to give up. Oh, I can't see anything over there. I don't even know what killed me. It's another one of those walls that kill you, isn't it? How the heck am I supposed to do that if I can't even see? Ah. Oh, I thought I was going to do it that time. Oh, I actually made it. My gosh. Jack, I honestly don't know. They are outside rehearsal, they are outside our shows, but I never see them when I'm not around you, Jack. I'm scared, even more for you. I know they are just watching me. How though, Jack? You keep saying you know they don't intend to harm you, but how can you be sure? I don't really know how. All I know is after my grandfather's death, everything has been weird. Jack, what aren't you telling us? It sounds absurd, but I can't make sense of it, but I've been seeing and hearing things. I can't even explain it. It's like the world was hiding all this depth, and I'm just now realizing it. Jack, maybe we should take you to see a doctor. I can't believe you've been carrying this around alone. Please, Jack, you're scaring me. We'll all go over together. Oh good, it didn't make me do another level. The hospital was overwhelming. Voices and visions all clouded and vying for attention, each becoming more distinct the more I concentrated. I could hear them all at once. Felicity and Winston waited outside while the doctor read me my test results. Normal, rule out sleep disorder. She recommended a therapist. I could tell she was... Oh no. He forgot to remove imps from this camera and the characters are possessable. He needs to fix that. I could tell she was a little annoyed, but also particularly sad. Thanking her, I told the band the results and headed home. Oh man. At least it let me see the doctor one without another level. Ah. At least I can see now. The end of that one level was awful because I couldn't see anything. Ah, dang it. Oh man, it's one of those parts. Oh, this is hard. Phew, made it. Oh, seriously? Probably... Oh, okay, good. She's seriously been playing side-scroll all this time? Hard to believe you keep playing the same game for so long. What the? It was odd. I didn't sense anything when I got home. Shouldn't I have known? I could still hear the will of the two black suits I passed on my way in even as I struggled, but the man projected nothing. I faded in and out, ceilings and muffled noises. I remember the black suits yelling after us. A car ride, gunshots, a cell. Whoa, my gosh. This is nuts. They questioned me for hours. I couldn't answer a single one. They said they had Felicity. They said that they know what I am, that their chips protect against me. Chips? The crimson-haired man never took his eyes off me. The bald man did most of the talking. He said he wanted to work with me. He had a test. I was to use my power to induce a heart attack in a politician in Panama, the same way my mother and neighbor died. I must be dreaming. The blonde men put a bag over my head and lifted me from the floor. I felt a sting in my neck and woke up by the highway. This took a way different... Oh, man. That's the message he puts if he hadn't finished a game yet. But, man, I was not expecting the storyline to go in that direction. That is weird. So at first I thought it was just going to be kind of a fun storyline with, you know, friends and stuff. Wait, is this a new level? I haven't done this level before. Is it, or did I already? No, I haven't done this one before. I guess that's not the end. Usually he puts still working at the end if he's not done with the game, but maybe he forgot to take out a message, and there's actually more to the game right now. But yeah, first I thought it was going to be a funny kind of game about friends doing band practice with the side-scrolling stuff in between. Then I thought it was going to be kind of a serious, you know, just sad story about dealing with the loss of loved ones. Now apparently it's like some kind of weird intrigue, supernatural, having powers kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just not sure what genre of game this is. Oh, come on. At least he put a respawn point up there. Oh, no. Now it's looping. So, yeah, I guess that is all of it for now. Yeah. Weird. I don't remember that level. It's like that level got skipped earlier. I don't know. Oh well. Anyway, so that was Death Dream Band Practice, or what he's made of it so far. Like I said, Slamdonahue is the guy that made Paradise 2, Return to Paradise. Seems like he likes to make games that get pretty dark. Paradise and Paradise 2 are both like Lovecraftian inspired horror games. And then this game was this game, whatever genre it is. What genre does he say it is? adventure, musical, mystery, platform, science fiction, supernatural, surreal, thriller, weird. Yeah, basically everything, a little bit of everything. But anyway, that's what he's made so far of Death Dream Band Practice, a very weird, unique game with all kinds of crazy stuff in it. But yeah, so anyway, I have been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything is going to be okay.